Video captured from shore shows a whale watching boat almost capsizing in the big surf. I talked to someone on the boat.
Drive sober or get pulled over. How CHP is keeping the roads safe this holiday weekend.
We have your New Year's Eve go-to guide. What's happening around town and how to get home safely for free.
And we're inside the San Diego International Car Show, where the cars are the stars.
And we revisit the biggest local stories you talked about in 2023. CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts now.
With powerful waves slamming the California coast since yesterday, passengers on a local whale watching tour got a lot more than they bargained for. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Jesse Pagan. Marcella Lee is off tonight. The boat they were on had to fight its way back to shore, and not everyone on board was ready to deal with the strong surf. CBS 8's Brian White has the video recorded from shore.
Wow, what a wild ride. Imagine being on that boat as the waves crash around it, rocking it back and forth. Take a look.
Onlookers gathered on the Mission Beach jetty yesterday afternoon as this whale watching boat had a tough time in the big waves. Gasps from the crowd as the boat was knocked around in the surf zone, leaning pretty heavy at times.
We kind of like slammed into the side, and then people were like, oh man.
Lawrence Vulis was aboard the boat. He remembers those moments.
That moment where the boat kind of goes to the side, that's probably where we got slammed, because we went to the left of the boat, and that's where we kind of got knocked up a little bit.
His brother was in town visiting, so they set out on an ocean tour with Legacy Whale Watch. After a couple hours at sea, it was time to come back in through the channel to Mission Bay.
One of the crew members was like, all right, everyone inside, take a seat, you know, like things are getting a little more serious here.
As water crashed over the stern of the boat, everyone rushed inside the cabin for safety.
Whenever we slammed inside, and we all, like the people that shouldn't have been standing, like me, right? So, went to the side and we're like, oh, that's scary, like that shouldn't happen again. And then we all sat down.
Lawrence says the mood was split among the passengers.
People who were like, oh, this is like a fun Disney ride right now, or a fun Universal Studios ride, and some people were like, this is not funny. Some people were crying on the boat because they're like, oh man, this is going crazy.
Eventually they made it past the breaking surf, and when they docked, everyone gave the captain a round of applause.
The captain did a great job, right? Sort of like keeping control of the boat, working in really rough conditions. No one could know that it would be that rough as we're coming in.
Would you do it again?
I would totally go with them again. Totally go out to see some whales, see some dolphins, and the great marine life that we have here in San Diego.
I called and stopped by Legacy Whale Watch, but no one was available to comment. In Mission Bay, Brian White, CBS 8.
In Ventura County, wow, at least 8 people had to be taken to the hospital because of that. This rogue wave came ashore at Pierpont Beach yesterday. 15-foot waves also slammed retaining walls and flooded a seaside hotel there. Closer to home, we captured the high surf from above earlier today at Windansea Beach and in Pacific Beach.
As we head into the weekend, we're going to be watching these waves increase in height. We're looking at 8 to 12-foot waves, some sets of 15-foot waves possible. We know that we're not going to be able to stop many of the experienced surfers or swimmers from getting out there in the water. But what we encourage you to do is take caution as you do so. Check in with a lifeguard as you do so. And if you are not an experienced surfer, then this is probably not the weekend to do so. We see that as we head into the beginning of next year. Monday, we're going to be watching as that coastal flood advisory and high surf warning both expire. Coastal flood advisory applicable to a lot of those low-lying boardwalks and parking lots, as well as some neighborhoods. We also see that high surf warning mainly applying to anyone who's looking to get into that water. We're going to be talking about rain in the forecast as we get into Saturday. Sunday, Monday, we're looking at mostly dry skies, but a chance for some rain going into Monday, and then another better opportunity by the middle of next week. There is a lot to get to in your forecast when it comes to the rain just beyond the surf, so we'll be talking about that in just a few minutes. Back to you.
New Year's Eve is a few days away, but the holiday weekend has officially started. A maximum enforcement period went into effect just a few minutes ago. The CHP and other law enforcement agencies are urging people to celebrate safely and responsibly.
Tonight we have team coverage. CBS 8's Jenny Day has more on the celebrations all across San Diego this weekend, but we begin with CBS 8's Kirsten Holmes with what you need to know about the CHP's maximum enforcement period. Kirsten.
Yeah, drive sober or get pulled over. You've probably heard that saying before, but CHP says they will be out in full force this weekend, making sure everyone enjoys the holiday weekend safely. And that maximum enforcement period started just minutes ago at 6:01.
Impaired drivers, distracted drivers, aggressive drivers, anything that can cause a crash.
Salvador Castro with California Highway Patrol says they're out in full force this weekend to keep you and your family safe.
Catch those impaired drivers before they get to our freeways, before they get into a crash, before they hurt or kill somebody.
Castro says if you get pulled over and you think you'll get a free pass because you haven't been drinking, think again.
Another officer that's a little bit more trained on drug recognition will do the evaluation on the person and determine what type of narcotic or stimulant or cannabis that they're on.
And listen to this, even if you're not above the illegal blood alcohol content level of 0.08, you're not automatically in the clear.
Even with the lower BAC, you can still get arrested, just basically depending on how you're driving.
San Diegans we talk to say having a plan is the safest way to have fun.
Just thinking twice about getting on the road before drinking or using or whatever, and just doing alternatives like taking the bus, trolley, or calling like an Uber.
So we're gonna walk most places because we're gonna be in downtown. I love being the designated driver because I don't drink, but overall, yeah, just plan to be safe. Walk if you can. Take an Uber if you have to. But
see the night somewhere.
And if you see someone about to drink and drive,
take their keys.
Yeah, take their keys.
Yeah.
So you're staying here. We got a couch or wherever we're staying. It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Some people think they're better to drive than they are. So just be a good friend, and they might not appreciate it at the time, but in the long run, they'll appreciate it.
Ride shares will be charging a premium on New Year's Eve, so add that to your New Year's Eve budget because if you're caught drinking and driving, it'll cost you big time.
I'd rather pay a couple $100 or $100 than to get home safely than paying $15,000 for a DUI. I don't have that money just laying around, and I'm sure a lot of people don't either.
Okay, so rain is in the forecast for tomorrow, and CHP says that will cause only more issues for drivers. But they say they will be out in full force making sure that everyone is enjoying that holiday weekend safely. Reporting for CBS 8, I'm Kirsten Holmes. Back to you.
So Kirsten, about 7 minutes into the maximum enforcement period for the weekend. Do we know when it ends? All right, Kirsten Holmes live for us tonight. Kirsten, thank you. Meantime, San Diego City Council member Raul Campillo is also urging everyone to drive safely this New Year's Eve. He, his wife, and their 2-month-old son were hit by an impaired driver 5 days before Christmas. Campillo and his family are okay. He's speaking out about his experience, hoping his story will persuade people to not drink and drive.
I'm calling on every member of the public who drinks alcohol this weekend to please drink responsibly. And if you have anything to drink, anything at all, even a little bit, please utilize a taxi or a rideshare, secure a designated driver so that you can ensure you get home safely. This is a plea from a father who was nearly killed, who nearly had his wife and baby son killed, asking you to do the right thing.
30 people have died in DUI collisions in San Diego County this year.
Okay, there are plenty of ways to have a safe and responsible, fun New Year's Eve.
Yeah, CBS 8's Jenny Day continues our team coverage live from the Gaslamp tonight. Jenny?
Yeah, the vibe is already just electric downtown, so let me be the first to wish you a very happy new year. May 2024 be good to you. So, of course, there are countless ways to celebrate, but most importantly, we care about your safety. San Diegans looking to safely say hello to 2024. That's why our biggest public transportation provider, MTS, is partnering with the North County Transit District, extending their services and offering free rides on New Year's Eve.
It is important to remember to make travel plans to get home safely and responsibly.
The agencies are using their power for good and offering free rides from the South Bay to North County, starting at 6 p.m. until after bar close at 2 a.m.
Hop on the coaster, on the Sprinter, or on any Breeze bus and enjoy a free ride anywhere we go.
San Diego Police, the Sheriff's Department, Caltrans, California Highway Patrol, all sharing the same important message.
A DUI arrest and conviction can cost more than $15,000. Don't make a bad decision that could haunt you for the rest of your life.
So make your plan in 2023 and execute it in 2024 because there's a lot going on.
This event is the glitz and glam.
The Hard Rock Hotel and the Gas Lamp, always a go-to spot to ring in the new year.
We want people to come dressed up. We want people to have fun, pop champagne at the new year at your table.
Setup was underway when we stopped by, but come Sunday, you can expect 4,000 people to fill 3 levels of the hotel, all with different themes, 15 DJs, a countdown clock, and a ball drop.
Frankie V and Gina Latina from iHeart will be here, and they'll be on stage in Legends, so that'll be a fun little surprise for everybody.
Starts at 9, and right now tickets are $99. Right next door at Petco Park will be the Electronic Music Festival Crossed. We also found cruises around the bay with prices starting at $75, and you can be sure just about every restaurant is also offering a special, usually a prefix multi-course meal. Mr. A's will cost you $175, George's at the Cove $120, and you'll get a glass of champagne at midnight. Queen Bee's Arts and Cultural Center in North Park will lead lively salsa and bachata classes into the new year, starting at $35. If you have little ones, head to the Plunge at Belmont Park. A balloon drop is set for 12 p.m., not a.m. And close by, you can catch fireworks at SeaWorld from 7 to 9. Yeah, so more now on those free public transportation rides. Know that the final coaster will depart at 2:33 a.m. and then all buses will stop at midnight. Can't stress this enough. Have a plan before you start drinking if you do so. All right, Happy New Year. We are live from the Gas Lamp tonight. Jenny Day, CBS 8.
All right, Jenny, thank you very much. Still ahead tonight, online claims the federal minimum wage is going up. We're going to verify them.
Plus, more problems from the high surf tonight, where people had to be rescued from and where RVs were stuck and left abandoned on the beach.
And a confetti test and beefed up security ahead of the New Year's Eve party in Times Square.